Let's just review some basic organizational info about Congress. Again, this might make sense of some stuff that like you hear about in the news. So, for example, individual members of Congress have different terms, but the term of Congress itself, the length by which we identify Congress, is a 2 year time period. So every 2 years, we look at there being a different Congress, even if it's made up of largely the same number of people. Why is this the case? It's because every 2 years, the entire House of Representatives has to be reelected, and potentially you can have a completely new Congress as a result. So that's why we essentially look at Congress as operating in like these 2 year cycles. So one of the things that we do is we assign every Congress every 2 years a number. We've done that since the beginning of our country's history. So the current Congress is the 116th Congress. They were first elected in January of 2019, and the new Congress actually will be elected this November and will take over in January of 2021. So it's a 2 year like cycle. And the group that takes over in January 2021 will be the 117th Congress, right? So we number them that way we can keep track of like, the number of laws each Congress passes and so on and so forth. So there's an amendment that deals with the start time. You'll notice that like the next Congress will take over in January of 2021 until 1933. Like election day has always been in November, but until 1933 with the 20th Amendment, election day would be in November, but the new people that were elected wouldn't start until the following March. So it's possible that a member of the House of Reps of the Senate ran for re-election in November and lost, but they still get to keep their job until the following March. The term that describes a politician that like knows that they're not going to be in office anymore is a lame duck. It refers to a politician whose successor has already been chosen. And one of the things that people thought was that it's just like way too much time for someone that like lost an election to be in power for. Too much of a time for a lame duck to be in office. So the 20th Amendment moves the start time of the new Congress up until January. So election day is in November, and now because of the 20th Amendment, the new people take over in January, not March like it used to be.